Level 1. Negative balance. The number on your screen has a minus sign in front of it. You stare at it. It doesn't change. You overdrafted by $6. A recurring charge you forgot was still active. The bank doesn't weigh the reason. The bank runs the math. The math says you went under. The fee is $35. The penalty for being broke is that you become more broke. You call the number on the back of the card. The hold music runs for 11 minutes. A voice answers, reads from a script, tells you the fee cannot be reversed at this time. You ask to speak to someone else. A callback is promised within 48 hours. Nobody calls. 2 more charges process overnight. 2 more fees attach. The $6 mistake is now $112 in fees you didn't authorize from an account that has nothing in it. You walk into the branch on Friday. The teller looks at her screen. Her face does something you have seen before. Not cruelty, something colder. You watch yourself stop being a person in her system and start being a category, a flag, a risk score wearing shoes. You leave without saying what you came to say. Somewhere between the $6 and the unreturned call and the compounding fees, you stopped feeling like a customer. You started feeling like a problem they were already managing. Level 2, $2,000. Something shifted, not in you, in the way the system reads you. Your direct deposit hits every 2 weeks. The pattern has held for 5 months. That pattern is the only thing about you that interests the institution. The maintenance fee disappears. Not because you asked. The system detected a qualifying deposit and waived it automatically. The same fee that processed without explanation for 2 years just stopped. You check 3 times to make sure. Credit card offers arrive in the mail. Real ones, not secured. Cards with limits and your name on them. Pre-approved, printed in a font that implies they've been waiting for you. The same institution that wouldn't approve you 8 months ago is now sending envelopes. You apply. Approved in 90 seconds. You walk into the branch and the teller says good morning before you reach the counter. Not warm, professional. The middle register where most people live when the bank has decided you're worth processing but not worth pursuing. You apply for a small loan, approved in 48 hours at 11%. The process worked the way the commercials always said it would. You are not invisible anymore. You are not respected either. You are profitable, and profitable is a different category entirely from problem. The bank didn't decide to treat you better. The bank decided you were worth selling to. Level 3, $15,000. You didn't call the bank. The bank called you. A person, not automated. A relationship banker with his name said twice and a direct line offered at the end of the sentence. He asks about your goals, your timeline, whether you've thought about a savings structure. The same institution that put you on hold for 11 minutes at a negative balance dialed your number first thing on a Tuesday. A fee appears on your statement. You email the banker. 3 hours later, it's gone. No form, no phone tree, no hold music. A reply that says taken care of. The same fees that processed without explanation for years are now optional. The system didn't change. Your tier did. You finance a car. The dealer pulls your credit and the rate comes back at 6.4%. The same credit, the same person would have been 11% at $2,000. The price of money dropped and you did nothing to negotiate it. The number negotiated for you. The bank is not treating you like a customer at $15,000. The bank is treating you like someone it doesn't want to lose. There is a difference between those 2 things. One is service, the other is strategy. Level 4, $80,000. The word preferred appears on your statement, on the welcome screen when you log in, on the email signature of the man who handles your account. You didn't earn the title, the number did. Your relationship banker knows things now. He knows you mentioned a home purchase 6 months ago. He follows up without being asked. He emails before the rate environment changes to make sure you've seen it. The detail is not personal. It is training. The bank teaches him to remember small things because small things keep accounts. You walk into a branch you've never entered. Someone with a nameplate and an office stands up before you reach the counter. They guide you past the rope line. The same line you waited in at $2,000, the line you didn't know was a choice because you were always standing inside it. A competitor bank calls. They offer to beat your current rate on a savings tier. You mention it to your banker. He calls back within the hour with a counter. The institution that ignored you is now competing to keep you. You are not a preferred client at $80,000. That is the word they use. What the bank actually sees is an account worth defending. Level 5, $500,000. The bank stops being a place you go. It becomes a service that arrives. Your banker's colleague handles wealth management. The colleague drives to your office. He brings printed documents in a folder. He asks about your tax structure, your estate plan, your timeline for the next decade. The meeting runs 90 minutes. At the end, he doesn't try to close anything. He leaves a card and says he'll follow up. The selling already happened. You just didn't notice it. You call about a wire that froze. Someone answers on the second ring. No hold music, no script. The problem resolves in the same call. The same situation would have taken 3 hours and 4 transfers at $2,000. You are invited to a private dinner. 8 clients, a speaker, a view of the city from a room you've never been in. Nobody mentions rates or products or accounts the entire evening. Money is the table, not the conversation. You are not a customer at $500,000. You are an asset they protect. Those are not the same thing, and the difference shows in everything they do. Level 6, $25 million. You don't have a banker anymore. You have a relationship, and the difference between those two words is the distance between this level and everything below it. Your private banker manages fewer than 20 accounts. Yours is one of them. He knows what you're building toward because you mentioned it once over coffee and he filed it. The interest rate on your next investment isn't published anywhere. It's negotiated in a phone call. The paperwork that takes a standard client 2 weeks is handled in 48 hours because someone was told whose file it is. You walk into a branch you have never visited in a city you are passing through. They know your name before you sign anything. A banker introduces himself. The system flagged your account across every location, not because of recognition, because of position. You sit in a conference room with no logo on the door. The table is a single piece of wood. The deal on the table won't appear in any public prospectus. The room exists for clients like you. It only opens when the relationship justifies it. You are not applying for things at $25 million. Things are applying to you. The bank doesn't have a customer at this level. The bank has a partner, and the partner has a name. Somewhere right now, someone is staring at a number with a minus sign in front of it. It's not a large number. It never is. A subscription they forgot. A charge that processed 2 days early. $6 that the account didn't have. The bank doesn't ask what happened. The bank runs the calculation, and the calculation runs the fee, $35. For 6, they call the number on the back of the card. They wait. The music plays. A voice eventually arrives and reads from something written by someone who will never take this call. The fee cannot be reversed at this time. A callback is promised. Nobody calls back. They don't know, sitting there with the hold music running, that this is not a malfunction. They think something went wrong. They think the system failed them. They are searching for the error, the explanation, the person who made the wrong decision. There is no error. There is no wrong decision. The same institution playing that hold music will one day assign them a private banker who knows their kids' names. It will one day negotiate a rate that doesn't appear on any public document. It will one day open a room with no logo on the door and invite them to sit at a table made from a single piece of wood, not because they changed, because the number did. The system didn't break at $6. The system performed. The institution is the same institution at every level. The treatment is the only thing that moves, and the treatment moves because of one thing and one thing only: the number next to the name. That's not a flaw in the design. That is the design.